Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Yalsari and today I'm going to show you how I painted this red cap mushroom using just 3 pigments. And here's the color study in my sketchbook. So I have my sketch ready with the masking fluid dry. Now let's start with the color palette. I'll be using 3 pigments for this mushroom painting. A warm red and a warm yellow. Mix them together to create a warm orange. And finally neutral tint to create a shadow color. I have applied a good glaze of water on the whole cap area. Then I took a dilute consistency of yellow and applied up to the center. And then for the rest I applied a dilute consistency of the orange mixture. Once again I took the orange mixture, a dilute consistency, to apply on top of the yellow. As I observed the reference image, I realized that the colors transition from a warm yellow at the rim of the cap to a warm orange and then to red. While the paper is still moist, I'm charging with the red pigment here and there to enhance the color. For this area, I dropped in some shadow colors, quite dilute, and used my brush to gently spread the paint around. The paper is still quite moist, so it allows you to keep working on this layer. And I also dropped in the same shadow colors under the folding of the rim of the cap. I'm applying a small amount of the same shadow color under each and every one of the white spots. This small little detail helps to create dimension. This in turn creates more realism in the mushroom. For the second layer on this mushroom cap, I'm going to use the wet on wet technique again. Normally I prefer the wet on dry technique for the second layer than the wet on wet. However, in this case, since we have so many white spots covered with masking fluid all around the cap of the mushroom, and dry masking fluid creates some texture on the paper and makes the surface rugged. Therefore, it would be easier to move the paint around on a wet surface rather than a dry one. So now I'm dropping in the shadow colors on the area where in the first layer I applied the shadow colors, and then reinforcing the colors all over the cap area. Once you're done, let it dry completely and then gently remove the masking fluid. If by chance any of the paint seeped through the masking fluid, you can use a damp brush to remove them. Now I'm taking a very dilute consistency of the orange mixture and applying it on a small area of all of the white spots to make them look more three-dimensional. Next we move on to paint the cast shadows, meaning the shadows created by the white spots, and for that I'm using the same mixture, the mixture of warm red with the neutral tint in a little bit thicker consistency. Time to paint the stem. I'm going to use my favorite technique, the wet on wet technique. I applied a glaze of water all over the stem and I'm using the same shadow mixture, dilute consistency like that of tea, and applied it all over the stem and dropped in some warm yellow here and there as well. While the paper is still moist, I took some of the same shadow mixture and applied it here to define this area which is called ring or skirt of the mushroom. However, this is slightly thicker consistency than the first wash. Then I used a thicker consistency like that of cream-like consistency to create the cast shadows, and then used my damp brush to soften the edges. To paint this area which is under the cap of the mushroom, the so-called gills, I'm going to use the wet on wet technique. So after applying a glaze of water and dropping a small amount of yellow here, I took a dilute consistency of the same shadow color and applied in this area. I'm only applying in the areas where there are shadows, leaving small areas of white paper showing through. On applying the water on this side, I was careful to leave a small gap right there. Then I took some very dilute consistency shadow color and applied it on this area, leaving some of the white of the paper showing through. And just like on the right, I also dropped here a little bit of warm yellow on the rim of the cap. Then I took my 000 round brush to create some fine lines. At this point, I'm not going exactly according to the reference image. I'm just being mindful of the direction in which the lines are. These lines can be some very fine and others a little bit thicker so that they look more organic. While the paper is still damp, I'm going over some of the lines for the second time to darken them. I also darkened some of the cast shadows over here. Next, I painted this small imperfection on the stem using the same shadow color mixture from before. If you also want to paint the foliage, you're going to need another pigment. I'm using Winsor Blue. As I had quite a lot of empty space on the right side of this mushroom, I added a small and tiny baby mushroom. I repeated the same techniques that I used on the big mushroom. First, I applied masking fluid on all the white spots and let it completely dry. Then I used the wet on wet technique and all the same pigments that I used on the big mushroom, and used the same shadow color mixture at the bottom of the cap. Next, I used a very dilute consistency of the shadow color mixture from before and applied it on the stem of the mushroom. Once again, using the wet on wet technique, I applied the same colors on the mushroom for the second time to increase the vibrancy. And only after the paint was completely dry, I removed the masking fluid. Next, I took a very dilute consistency of the warm yellow and applied it on a small area of all the white spots to make them look more 3D. Then I applied the shadow color mixture for the cast shadows created by the white spots. And here's the finished painting. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please drop me a like. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you soon with a new tutorial. Bye for now.